Bilbao not getting his hands to it. Rocha a little tentative there from that challenge by Book. Doyle. And really this is a time for brave men in the Spanish side. There must be nothing tentative about their play from now on. Arrieta. Doyle. Summerby. Bell cutting it beautifully past that defender. And now Young. Lee! Well, he wouldn't have been very happy with that one, Francis Lee. Very nicely laid on for him, though. Iribar, the goalkeeper. Off the chest of Arrieta. Now finding Clemente. We shall see him coming forward much more now. Book. To Boya. Lee pleading for the ball. Clemente. Oakes, the hero of the moment, to Neil Young, and wide. And what a pity he hadn't seen Colin Bell steaming into that penalty area. If only he could have pulled that back into the path of Bell, a much better angle. Rocha. Igartua. Arrieta. And Pardo covering well, taking a little poke there from Arrieta as he did so. Trying to explain his position, either in Spanish or Hungarian, to the linesman. And a free kick, indeed, given for that little push on Pardo. Joe Corrigan. Doyle. Summerby. Play on, says the linesman. Now Book. Summerby. Certainly Rocha was in a bit fiercely there, a little too fiercely for the liking of the referee, and so a free kick again to Manchester City. Tony Book with it, quickly to Lee. Cutting inside Clemente well. Lee looking to get it onto his left foot, then inside to Young. Almost through. A beautiful little pass inside the full back by Lee. To Young. Clemente, number 10. Rocha unmarked on the left. Here's Rocha. Now the number 3, Aranguren going for it, but Doyle tidying well. He's played well at the back for Manchester City. Summerby. Doyle. To Bell. And nicely into the path of Neil Young. A little bit of luck there for Manchester City. Young still going on. Now Lee with a shot. And certainly Manchester City looking a much better proposition, much more devil about them as they approach the Bilbao penalty area every time. Tony Book to Alan Oakes. almost flighting that over the head of the defender to Bell. Good piece of play by the Spaniards coming out of defence now to Clemente. Arrieta on the left. The little substitute finding Clemente again. Trying a little 1-2 and almost getting through then. This time was Ortondo, the substitute, but here's Lee with Bowyer gamely on his left. Lee taking on the entire defence. Rocha. And again this long pass looking for Ortondo. Pardo. And the linesman had flagged on the far side for a throw. "20 minutes of the second half gone, 25 minutes to go then. Manchester City leading by this 1-0 on aggregate, of course. That means by 4-3. And in this period of the second half, Manchester City have had more shots at goal than they had in the whole of the first half. And not only does that include scoring a goal, but hitting the crossbar as well. Pardo. To Bowyer. Young falling over himself. Now Oakes. Flicking it through now for Summerby. And Irabar out very quickly, but straight to Young. He must score. Saved on the line. Bell! Number 2. 21 minutes gone now of the second half. Manchester City 2 in the lead. And surely Colin Bell will never score an easier one than that. All he had to do was to wait for the ball to fall onto his head on the goal line and gently nod it home. So Manchester City 2, Atletico Bilbao 0 on aggregate. Manchester City leading by 5-3. Arrieta bursting very skillfully past one man, Tommy Booth, but not past Alan Oakes as well. But it's a corner now to Bilbao. Corrigan. Book inside to Doyle. And Manchester City now really turning it on in this second half. Lerori. Finding Rocha. Clemente free on the left. Here's Clemente. But only free for a while because Book is chasing and harassing him and finally forcing him to give it to Summerby. Book to Summerby. Trying to take on his man, but very cleverly taken out though by Arengoren, the number 3. He certainly wasn't giving Summerby a sight of that ball. But it's a corner to Manchester City. Mike Summerby with it, and Mike Doyle has gone up to the far side of the box. Lee. A lot of the heart's gone out of Bilbao now. Bell. And offside. Wonder for a moment where the ball had gone. Whether he was playing rugby or not, I don't know. But he was offside, says Mr. Zolt. And Irabar not at all sure what he's got to do with it himself. Bowyer nicely on his chest. Bell bursting into the middle. Here's Bell. Flicking it now to Young. A ground shot. Clemente. To Rocha. Clemente. Young, oh, beautifully over the head of Zurgazaga. Still Young. Clemente for Atletico. Arrieta. Agoitia. And now Doyle. Doyle to Bell. Bowyer in danger of getting himself offside, but now it's Lee slipping that tackle beautifully. Now onto the left foot of Neil Young. Bell in the middle, and it's there from Bowyer! Number 3, Ian Bowyer for Manchester City.